What's actually stopping you from pursuing the things you actually want to pursue? The activities you really want to start. What's actually stopping you from doing those things? My name is Junius. I'm a medical student on a gap year, and welcome to this episode of TheOngCast. In this video, we'll go over how I ended up traveling to Thailand on my year of training Muay Thai and hanging out with monks. I'll share with you how people often give an excuse when the real issue that they aren't pursuing is something deeper, like some sort of personal insecurity or a skill they lack, and how skill things are like muscles and we can fix them. But first, we have to identify what those deficiencies are. So let's get started with my Thailand trip. So early this year, I had the idea to go to Thailand, to train Muay Thai and to hang out with monks. And I really wanted to do it. I thought it'd be really cool. And I had enough money saved up from all the side hustles I've been doing throughout the years. And there was nothing really stopping me. I was a bit hesitant, maybe perhaps because my parents told me that it might be a bit more dangerous than I thought. But overall, I thought it would be fine, why not? Why can't I pull it off? And I was like, okay, let's just book a one-way ticket to Thailand and figure the rest out from there. Did a bit of research, boom, booked the one-way ticket, and it was a great experience. I learned a lot, learned how to fight Muay Thai, watched some of the best fighters in the world fight. I watched Superbon at one championship in Bangkok at Lumpini Stadium, and then I hung out with a monk who was a ex-high-ranking Thai military person, and now he's a monk, and he lived in a cave for 7 years, and we had a chat. That was really cool. So overall, it was a really great experience. Had I not just went ahead and booked that one-way ticket and figured it out, I wouldn't have had those experiences. Sometimes you just gotta, go and do it and then figure the rest out from there. And I identified that there was nothing really stopping me, so I pursued it. Now, I feel like perhaps a couple of years ago, I may not have been so, let's do it, so spontaneous about it. And I'm going to give you the example of me trying to pitch my friends to do content creation, because that will highlight to you that a lot of the time, the reason why we aren't pursuing something isn't the reason we say, and it's often due to a deeper insecurity or some sort of skill issue, deficiency thing, and that prevents us from living the exact life we want to live. All right, so a lot of my friends will come to me and ask me for content creation advice now. And they're like, okay, I want to start making content, but maybe I need to be in better shape before I start dishing out bodybuilding advice. Maybe I need better camera gear. I don't have enough time. And every time they give me an excuse like that, I'm like, that's not the real reason. No one has not enough time, or everybody has enough time to produce content, right? It's a matter of priority. Or if you don't have credentials, you can spin it so it's like, I went every day to the gym for 100 days and these were the results. Like, you can spin it. And also, a lot of people with credentials, who say they don't have credentials, actually have a lot of credentials. They just want to use that as an excuse for some deeper personal issue that they don't want to face. A lot of the time, the main reason why people don't want to produce content, if they haven't produced content before, is they're just afraid of what their friends will think. They're afraid what people would think of them. They're afraid of looking like a failure that it didn't get views when they went super hard and tried their best. People don't like that. And I feel like whenever we untangle the real reason why people aren't producing content, is because of that. Maybe they care about the judgment they might potentially face, right? There's always some sort of, deep personal issue that prevents them from pursuing content or starting their business or doing something risky because they can't risk looking like an idiot. So once we've correctly identified this deep-rooted personal thing, right, then it's good because then we can fix it, Once you have a good diagnosis, you can have good treatment. Good diagnosis precedes good treatment. Medicine thing, yeah? All right, so once you have identified, oh, I'm just scared what people would think of me, then we can work on that problem to find a solution. If you are scared what people will think of you, then you can expose yourself gradually more and more over time. Maybe you can start posting stories on your Instagram before making a big post. And then you can work yourself up to creating a big post. Once you've correctly identified the issue, we can correctly identify a proper solution. If you just keep telling yourself, oh, I don't have enough time, if you give the proper solution to that by freeing up more of your time, you're still not going to make content. So overall, the overall point is, we have to identify what the actual limiting thing is, and then try to solve that limiting thing, break that limiting belief or that skill we haven't mastered yet. For example, right, a lot of people say, I want to start a business, but I don't have enough money. Okay, what's stopping you from learning about money? Just read books, you can learn about money. You can start a side hustle. I had a part-time job in medical school. I had many side hustles in medical school. And then it's a skill issue again. So overall, we have to identify whatever skill issue we are lacking and fix that skill issue. And once you view it as everything's a skill that can be learned, then it's on you again. Instead of saying, I'm bad at physics, you could say, I just haven't learned the skill of solving physics equations that involve forces. Then you can learn that skill, then you have the power to solve physics equations now. You're no longer bad at physics because you've identified the skill and you've overcome that deficiency, and now you have the skill and therefore you can win at the game of physics. So identify whatever skill you're lacking. This is the game. And then you can properly prescribe the right treatment for that skill. So good diagnosis precedes good treatment. Get the right diagnosis, get the good treatment. Most people would give an excuse because they don't want to deal with the real reason why they don't want to do X, Y, and Z. All right, so that's the overall point of this video. Identify what's actually stopping you and find a solution. But first, we have to fully acknowledge what the real reason is. So let me ask you this. What's actually stopping you from living the exact life you want to live, pursuing the exact things you want to pursue? See you in the next one.